Hey Seven Nation, welcome back to my channel, and today I am back with a highly requested video, one that I really don't think I should do or care to do, but you know, y'all ask me for this all the time and I have to do things for y'all because y'all do so much for me, y'all don't even know it. So today I'm going to be doing a BGC Q&A. You guys have already submitted all of your questions. Y'all didn't waste no time. Y'all got right to it. I think these are the fastest. When I said I'm doing a Q&A, I do that quite often. Like if I'm doing it with baby daddy, or I'm doing it by myself, or DDG, or whoever I'm doing it with, I think that this is the fastest the questions have poured in. So I'm gonna make this a little bit interesting because I'm going to let y'all know who asked these questions. So if you hear your Instagram name, shout out to you for coming with these questions. So let's get to it. The first question that I'm going to answer is, I'm not gonna say who asked this because everybody asked this. Is BGC scripted? No, it is not. This is not Love and Hip Hop we're talking about. This is not Marriage Boot Camp or blase blase. This was very real. There was no script. There was no nothing. You know, the producers might be messy at times and like, oh, I think you should do this, or I think you should do that. Some girls took their advice. Other girls, me, didn't take their advice. Their advice was horrible. So yeah, there we go. That is the first disclaimer about Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls Club is very real. You know, I do know them to try to influence some decisions, but at the end of the day, any decision you made in front of that camera is a decision you made in front of that camera. You can't blame the producers. Yeah, my neighbors, I'm convinced that they up there, I don't know, jacking a giant beanstalk or something, because they make so much noise. It just sounded like somebody was knocking at my door. Anyway, Island Boy Boyd 4G asks, was security following you 24/7? Yes, all the time, y'all. There was never a moment. If we went to the bathroom, they were standing outside the bathroom. If we went to the corner store, if we went to the food truck that was outside of our house, if we went anywhere to the hotel, they were outside the hotel the entire night. Like, they were always there nonstop. There was no getting rid of them. It literally drove me up the wall. Like, can we go do stuff? Some of the security were really cool and like would let us just do whatever we want, but they still had to be right there. But a lot of them didn't care. Some of them took their jobs really seriously. Some of them I just didn't talk to like I did others. So I didn't even find out if they were cool or not. Love_that girl said, who did you first think you were not going to get along with in the house when you got there? Not gonna lie, Key and Kiki, like I don't know if I don't remember the show as much, but their dynamic at the beginning, they were like this. It drove me up the wall because they were so annoying together. Kiki was Kiki, like super dramatic, super extra, and Key was like her protector a little bit. You know, I don't want to say her protector, but they both were just a lot together, and a lot people together are very annoying. Like they used to drive me up the wall together, and I used to ask Key like, why do y'all are two totally different people? But they eventually figured that out. But yeah, those two I didn't think I was gonna get along with. Key and I ended up going a different route. Kiki and I, as you saw, we didn't really vibe at all. Foreign.nat says, is BGC as fun as the show makes it look? No, absolutely not. That is 2 months of filming, 2 months straight of nothing, no phone, no TV, no music, no books. They even took my books, which was a bit dramatic if you ask me. Doing nothing but looking at girls you barely know. You know, we got past the getting to know each other stage pretty early, so then after a while, wasn't nothing to do but sit and look at each other, you know? I started climbing the walls literally, and I got in trouble for that, so then that took the fun out of it. We didn't have a pool, we had a jacuzzi, but the jacuzzi barely got hot. So no, BGC was not as fun as they made it look. Ari Nostalgia. Ari Nostalgia? Yeah, I think that's your name. Nostalgia. I don't know, girl. Your name is kind of confusing. Can you explain the busted elevator? what about the busted entire house? Like, they ripped us off so bad that we were in a warehouse, literally in the alley, y'all. Like, there was warehouses connected to our warehouse in the alley. There was warehouses across from our warehouse. There was homeless people sleeping around the warehouses. Like, I can't explain the warehouse because I can't even explain the whole busted living situation. When I first got there, I got in trouble because I was walking around and I was like, what is this? Like, where's the house? And they pulled me to the side. The first not even hour of me being there, like, you can't keep making fun of the house. It's a loft. We put a lot of money in it for it to look nice for you guys. I said it's a warehouse, but okay, a warehouse, lofts, whatever y'all want to call it. So, girl, I can't even explain where we were living, let alone the elevator. It was a freight elevator. That's why it looked like that. It wasn't an actual elevator. Did you ever bump heads with Key? Yes. I see a lot of people saying like I follow Key and blah blah blah, but most of y'all are dumbass children, so I just let it slide. But of course we bump heads. In any friendship, don't you butt heads, you know? There was times where I felt Key was acting just like the girls we didn't like. Like, I would tell her, like, you're acting like them and I don't like it. So yeah, we bumped heads quite a few times, or even when like all the girls had ganged up on Bree and Key was included, I had to pull Key to the side and I'm like, I'm not fighting for them because they wanted to use us as their shield because they were scared of her. I'm like, I'm not fighting for them. Just last few weeks ago I was fighting with them, so y'all go ahead and enjoy. But I'm telling you now, Key, you look crazy sitting here defending them, and we were just fighting with them, and then the next week we'll probably be fighting with them again. I'm not helping them with nothing. Oh, and just my miracle asked that question. M.Y.A, my year, asked, would you do it again? They would have to pay me money that they don't have to make me do that again, because what made me the most mad about going on the show is that I was making more money being at home than I was being on the show, you know? So I feel like it was a waste of my time. It definitely did a lot for me career-wise, but it's very hard to shake that bad girl name once you get it. Luckily for me, when people watch the show, they are very pleased with my behavior. When important people watch the show, they're very pleased by my behavior, because I know some of y'all think that I was boring. I don't care, I don't even know you and you're not important. So if you could, Nika Jackson asks, if you could do the show all over again, who would you pick to do it with you? Brooke. Hands down, I would take Brooke in there. If Brooke was with me, we would have been fighting way more, because me and Brooke together are absolutely no good. Brooke is like the meaner sister, so she would have definitely had me fighting a lot more. Marley Vanessa said, what were restrictions producers put on you? No phones, no TV, no music, no books, no nothing but liquor and food. Other than that, it was we couldn't go anywhere where they wouldn't clear the cameras to go. We couldn't talk about the warehouse loft anymore. They were getting tired of hearing that. No touching each other's clothes, which was weird to me, because that was the thing. We couldn't touch each other's clothes. We couldn't touch each other's belongings at all. Not mattresses, not anything that didn't belong to us. They made it very clear not to touch each other's stuff. So that's why you really didn't see anyone's stuff being touched, because it was a rule not to. Zaire said, what did you hate most about it? I hated that there was a camera in my face the whole time. I couldn't, beyond not being able to get comfortable with girls that I don't really know, I couldn't get comfortable with the fact that I'm being watched 24/7. Like, I don't like cameras in my natural life. Like, if y'all notice, I do a lot of stuff in my life. Like, I go places, I have fun, I go out. I could go to the club for a whole day and not post anything. That's just, I think it's a waste of my time. I'll like record, but I won't post it because I'm a very private person. I try to be. Myra Roman said, do you have images of messing up your hand? I don't, because we didn't have phones, so I couldn't take any pictures, but it wasn't that bad. There was a tooth mark here. It was pretty deep, so I had to take antibiotics for a while for the tooth mark. And then it was just really swollen and ugly for a couple days. Ethan.tyb said, how did it feel walking around with cameras everywhere? It was weird. I just kind of elaborated on that question. I just couldn't get comfortable because there was always a camera in my face. Like, it was driving me up the wall. I just couldn't take it. It definitely was. Like, in my normal life, there's not a camera following me. Even with YouTube, I'm trying to adjust to doing YouTube because I'm not used to just sitting in front of a camera and talking to it. I love that everybody thinks I'm good at it, but I be stressed out trying to come up with stuff or even be entertaining on the camera because I kind of like go into my shell. Ari Nostalgia. You girl, you confusing me because his name is like, but you know who you are because you already asked the question. How I let you in here twice? Get out. Why didn't they show the rest of the fight with you and Kiana by the stairs? I don't know, and I don't get to control what they show. The only thing that happened is that I kept fighting her in the corner. The fight started and ended the same exact way. I had an advantage because security had picked me up off the ground after a while and had me up in the air. So I was just doing the same thing I was doing at the start of the fight, just higher up in the air. She pulled my clip-ins out and ran with them downstairs. I tried to run down the stairs to get them and go fight her again. They did all the dragging me back up the stairs, and then I came upstairs and I threw something at the TV and broke it, so I got in trouble for that. So that was it. I don't know why I did that. Nee Royal said, what's the shadiest thing the producers did? I don't really know. They weren't like really bad on our season. I think because all the lawsuits they were getting for being super shady and getting exposed for being shady. Yeah, they were pretty nice with us. They did pull me to the side once and was just kind of like, you know, everybody in the house respects you. Even if y'all don't talk at all, you know, nobody really wants to have an issue with you. So maybe you should just take over the house and try to like cause some drama. And I'm like, what I look like to you? Like, I don't even want to be here no more, let alone do what y'all asking me. The Chelsea, that looks like celery. But you asked, are you friends with any of the girls you weren't friends with on the show? No, friends is a strong word to use. Bree actually reached out to me when I announced that I was pregnant, and she gave me some really kind words, so I don't really have an issue with Bree. Other than that, I think, yeah, she's probably the only person, who I had an issue with that reached out and kind of was just like, you know, it's old. And since then, I think I reached out to her too. So yeah, not friends, but there's no beef. Out of Pinch Diabla 13 said, out of curiosity, how do you feel about Kiki? This is a really good question. Brooklyn, can't do that. Pinch _ Diabla 13 said, out of curiosity, how do you feel about Kiki? Thank you for asking this question, because let me make this clear. I do not care about Kiki. I do not think about her in my normal day. I do not think about her at all, really, until the question pops up. It just so happens that she's a part of my story. And I always say that, like, if I ever talk about anybody, they are somewhere in my life a part of my story. And I'm gonna tell my story if I'm asked about it, you know? So I don't care about her, you know. I don't have beef with her. I just don't think about her. Like when I'm sitting with my sister or my baby daddy or my son or my nieces or my nephew or my cousins, whatever, whoever, she's not a topic of conversation. I honestly don't even think about her until the question is brought up. So as far as I know everybody was like, oh my God, she called you pressed. When you know that that's not the case, you don't care. Like, girl, I don't even know if you're alive. I don't even know her, didn't even know her Instagram. Like, we don't even, you know, you don't pop up on my explore page anymore. We're in two separate like lanes now. So there we go. I don't have any beef with her. I just don't care. Like, I'm not gonna say I like her because I probably wouldn't still, you know, but I just don't care about her. Like, enjoy your life. I'm enjoying mine. You just so happen to be a part of my story. And you know, if I'm a part of her story too, and if the fights had went the opposite way and she had won some of the fights, she would be telling her story too, more so than I am. So all that press, girl, even the rest of y'all, like, I don't care about nobody. You will learn that about me as time goes on and we get more personal into my life. I'm really like a careless person. There's not a soul that intimidates me because I feel like I'll slap you. So what are we talking about? What am I pressed about? I'll punch you in the face and keep going about my business. Or you just won't even exist to me. Like, so much goes on throughout my day, keeping up with a kid. Like, I don't have time to stop and think about y'all. But if you're a part of my story, I'm allowed to tell my story. So there. Let's see, who is our next question? Trendy.g said, can you explain the fight between Fran, Susan, and Kiki at the reunion? It's simple. They jumped her. Fran was running her mouth like always. Kiki was too, because you can't hear one without the other. And when Susan got up, they both got up. So she punched the person closer to her. I had to tell Fran that a couple times. If somebody is about to fight, sit down. What do you keep getting up for? Because I'm gonna slap the one who's closer because I'm gonna think that you getting up because you want to fight too. So she should have just sat in her little couch and stayed comfortable. Susan hit her hard, y'all. She popped her right in the face. All Kiki did was pull Susan's hair, so Susan wasn't tripping, but yeah, that was that made me really mad. Your baby girl T said, out of Kiki and Bree, who did you think you had the biggest beef with? Definitely Kiki. We fought, you know. Me and Bree didn't fight, so it would definitely be Kiki. Trendy G said, were there any strong tensions during the cast photo shoot? I don't remember, but I think there was. I don't remember who it was with. There definitely was some tension though. I just can't remember. It had to be Key and somebody though. I don't know. We were already separated then though. Like, we were all in our own corners. I can't quite remember what it was about or who it was between. Original Smoke said, why did they choose you to be on the show? For obvious reasons. No, in my interview, we had a lot of fun. I forgot who interviewed me, but it was a lot of fun. I was very open, very honest, very energetic, like my normal self. But, you know, private interview with somebody in a hotel room and then getting in front of that camera in a new scenery, you know, is two totally different things. There's no way to prepare for like how weird that is. So that's why I was really fun. I'm a really fun person, y'all. Pretty Aurelie said, what advice do you have for people dealing with anger and anxiety in similar situations? Just breathe. Like, understand that some things are just not worth your time and not worth the energy. Yeah, it makes a big difference when you understand that and understanding. Like, I was always one of those people, like, I don't like people who think that they're better than everybody, but sometimes you do got to say, you know what, I am better than her, and I'm better than this, and I'm not doing it. So that's where I'm at life. Like, a lot of times now when there's something going on, I just think, girl, I'm better than you. Why would I sit here and go back and forth with you? Indy West Coast said, if you could create a super season with you and some of the other bad girls, who would you choose? How many girls on the season? I think it's 7. Okay, so I would say myself, Megan, Christina, Natalie, because you need a Natalie in there. One of the Victor twins, because you definitely need that middleman in there somewhere. Dang, this is hard because I don't really remember everybody. Flo, because she's a lot. And one more person. Did I say Megan? Yeah. Let's throw Winter in there because Winter is a feisty one. Yes, those are my top. Megan, myself, Winter, Natalie, Flo, one of the Victor twins, and dang, I'm missing somebody. I don't know, but whoever I said. Joseph Soto asks, why did you have beef with Brianna? Bree just kind of, you know, it's crazy because I don't think there was really any real beef between us. I think Bree came in there trying to assert her dominance so much that she rubbed everybody the wrong way. Like, it's okay to be dominant without, you know, I'm a dominant person. And I'm so much so that I don't have to be extra or be loud or be anything to assert my dominance. You can feel it. It literally seeps out of me. Like, you know, when I walk in the room that I'm a dominant. So yeah, she just rubbed me the wrong way. It was like, you know, you're forcing your dominance for what? Like, nobody's scared of you. Yeah, it was just weird. And then the continuance of the beef, like, oh, you know, she always, y'all bitches are broke. You better be rich if you shaking your ass in a club, like, or you better have more money. So it's just, you know, it was all that and then all the extraness on Periscope after. Like, I ain't like that. Imani underscore said, what was the worst thing that happened that they didn't show? So I don't know between these two things what was the worst, but y'all can tell me in the comments below. 1, I got really drunk one night, tried to fight somebody in the alley that I had no idea who they were, and then apparently I took a piss on the floor. Nobody saw that because it was at like 3 a.m. and the producers didn't air it, which was really nice of them. 2, not gonna say whose, but somebody's very filthy panties got hung up above their picture. Not gonna say who because that's their business, but yeah, it might have been the panties. I don't care. I'll pee on the floor. Like, I'll pee on the floor in front of somebody if I have to go that bad, but the panties were, they couldn't show that. That would have been so embarrassing. Siani Monet said top 5 favorite bad girls from any season. I don't remember their seasons, but I'm gonna just go through their name. I really liked Priscilla, Christina, Megan. Actually, I didn't like Megan on her season. I'm not gonna lie. She was actually, I didn't like Megan till towards the end when she kind of calmed down a little bit and like really got into her black side. So I'm gonna still leave Megan on there. Megan, I need 2 more. Who else did I really like? I like Judy for like funny wise, but she's crazy as shit. I think she came for me. So, but I'll leave her on there. I can't think of nobody else. I think that who was that season when they beat that girl? Who was on her? Oh, I liked Rocky. Yeah, I liked Rocky too. Yeah, so those were my top 5. Kyra Aros, would you do All-Star if they made one? Definitely. And if this was back in the day when I was actually in shape, I would have wiped all them hoes out on All-Star. Montanet stats_ said, were there any aired fights from your season? Were there any fights? I guess you mean that they didn't air. There weren't any fights that they didn't air. I swung on Kiki when I had that gray shirt on and we were arguing, and she actually swung on me at the reunion and I caught it, which was really funny because I started laughing. I don't know why they didn't air that. That was a good moment because girl, she was so mad. She tried to like swing around security and I was like, get that shit out of here. That was pretty funny. Patty times 3 said, if you could redo the show, would you do anything differently? No, I wasn't comfortable, which I don't care. Like I said, so some people call me boring because I didn't talk much, but I really didn't have nothing to say the whole time. I'm an observer, so most of the time I was taking everything in and like really watching and really just thinking, what the hell is going on here? I've never been in a situation like that, so no, I don't really have any regrets about the show. That kid Nia said, do you still talk to Key and Susan? Yes. My son was born on Key's birthday, which is so funny to me. We all still communicate. I still DM them all the time. Susan and I have been planning on linking up because she's in LA often. Key is back and forth sometimes, so we've been planning to link up. Yes, we still talk. Oh my God, y'all better stay off my live asking me this question. I'm gonna start blocking y'all. Y'all keep asking me that. Favorite of Princess, it's, girl, your name is crazy, even the way you spell princess. Princess Tula. Itula. I don't know what your thing is. What's my favorite memory? My favorite memory from the show, we went to the beach one day and it was so much fun, y'all. Like, we all had fun together. Nobody was really, we were still like going through things in the house, but we didn't care. I had so much fun at the beach. Fran and I went surfing and they had GoPros attached to the surfboard and it was so much fun. I don't know why they didn't show it. It would have been very interesting seeing myself get wiped out, but that was the best day to me. Ethan, that's happy. You know, you asked a lot of questions. Don't think I don't know this. What season do you think you'd be perfect for? Did you think season 17 was the good fit for you? No, I think I was ripped off with season 17. Honestly, I think that I would have been a lot more, I think I would have been good for 16, honestly, and then they could have switched. Talone was probably better for 17, and I was probably a better fit for 16. So yeah, and they used to tell me that. The producers used to be like, you should have never been on this season. We wish that we found you for last season because you would have been perfect there. Yeah. Drake heard it, said, were you nervous on the first day? No, I was just kind of like ready. I'm like, let's get this over with. I think I had a couple drinks, so I was cool. I was chilling. Ethan, what you on all these questions? Was there a curfew for going to clubs? Yeah, we had to leave. We got to the clubs, I don't know when, but we had to leave the clubs by 12. I don't get to the club on a regular till like 12:30. That was horrible. I would be so mad. Coco Pressure _ said, did Drea Hair Girl, forget her name, did she ever reach out to you when the reunion was over? Yeah, she reached out to me, not really after the reunion, but probably, I can't remember exactly when. If I find it, I'll attach it. And I don't even remember what she said, and I don't remember what I said to her, but it was very brief if I did respond, because I'm still like, I don't really want nothing to do with her. She don't know who she want to be. Why don't they air Bad Girls Club anymore? The real Rhea HX0 Rhea asked this on Twitter. Why don't they air it anymore? Bad Girls Club got a lot of lawsuits. Like, they produce, I mean, the producers, the production, and everything, the company got sued a lot from girls from previous seasons. Stuff that you didn't even know got lawsuits. Girls you didn't even know that got lawsuits, which was crazy to me. So they pretty much ruined it for y'all. Leith Ty said, what would you guys do on a computer? Always see somebody typing. Girl, nothing. Email our families and get off, because everything else was blocked. Lex Time said, was Fran a fave to the producers? She got away with a lot, especially when Kiki and her tried to tag team you. They put her on there as a joke. Honestly, like, I'm just gonna say it. They literally put her on there just for her to be the one that everybody attacks. No, she got on their nerves. She was always whining, always crying. Like, no, she definitely got on their nerves. I was their favorite. Not gonna lie, they'll tell you that too. They liked me the most because I pretty much left them alone. Fran was always whining. Like, they always had to come pat her on the back. Sandy Sunshine 32 said, what was something editing didn't show and you wish they did, or that you would have wanted us to see? Whatever, I be reading what I want. I actually wish they would have showed when, after me and Kiki's first fight, we did go sit down and have a talk, and we were like, you know what, we're gonna be cordial because they're threatening my place in the house. I don't know what they told her, but we're gonna be cordial. But the only thing that I know happened in that beauty room is that you ran up on the side of me while I was in another altercation. And so I don't know how that fight went because I can't go back and watch the cameras. But I gotta get you back for that. So we're gonna be cool. But there's gonna come a day closer to the end where I'm just gonna tell you, come on, let's go. And we gonna fight again. So then that would explain, you know, everybody's confused as to where I was gonna fight that girl no matter if the stuff with Key did happen, because she had me. Girl, you don't run up on somebody like me. You must have lost your mind. So yeah, that fight was gonna happen no matter which way it needed to happen. It could have happened for nothing. I was gonna do it. But yeah, they didn't show that part. So that is it, y'all. I have answered all of y'all questions. This is gonna be a pretty long video with all of y'all questions. I hope y'all appreciate it, because I don't really like talking about BGC. I don't feel like I really have a reason to talk about it. It's so beyond me. I'm doing something totally different now. I'm a YouTuber. But I also want to accommodate y'all, and you know, I do care about your suggestions, and I do want to give you guys what you want to see. So there we go. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Yeah, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. My baby should be waking up from his nap in a minute.